I'm back for after having had several days off. Last week was a particularly odd week because it was not only a shortened week because of the holidays, but also on a personal level, very busy for me. A lot of stuff went down that I didn't count on, and sometimes that happens. Sometimes real life gets in the way of your trading routine, and not that that's the reason for this, but it was also one of the worst trading weeks ever. I had 0 wins and all like 10 losses. I did do the weekly summary. I just didn't stream it. I got to it so late that I didn't even realize I didn't take a single win. I took one break even, and then I took 9 losses. So out of 10 trades, 0 winners, one break even, nine stops. Not very good. Not very good. And this is a brand new week, and we started off with a win and a loss from the overnight. We're looking at a downtrend in the overall market, but it did pause a little bit. It found itself right around. It made new lows since the since February. It broke the February lows, and now it broke below the January lows. Um, Technically, yeah, it broke below the January lows, and now it's doesn't know what to do. Is this it, or is it going to continue lower? The market should be down on the year, if I'm not mistaken, at this point, and this is something that we were expecting. This is not any, well, at least not for me anyway. Not for me, my company. This is not surprising at all. Let me just check. The S&P 500 index is actually it's actually technically still up for the year. Is that right? That doesn't make sense. Let's look at a monthly chart. Oh, okay. All right. So I guess January started off down here, and it's technically still up a little bit. But you can see as on a monthly chart, this looks like a very heavily consolidating kind of chart pattern, at least over the last 6 months or so. Okay, it's in a tight range. This is, of course, starting from June of last year till right now. It just does not know it. Like the bias is always high. We want to go higher, but there's a lot of selling happening that's preventing that. And this is a really good picture. I haven't looked at a monthly chart in a long time, but you can see that whenever there's like a wedge formation like this, it's consolidation, and it's like a pressure cooker. There's only so much pressure you can apply to something before something gives, and it explodes in either one way or another. So this, to me, I suspect that we're headed towards the pre-COVID prices. At least that's what our sentiment is at my company, at work, and everything like that. We're expecting it to go back down here to pre-COVID prices, maybe even lower, before it starts to rally back up. So we're looking at another. At least that's what we forecasted for this particular for this year, for the rest of this year. Maybe hit new lows before it can try to come back up and make start an uptrend again. Um, this is just crazy. From COVID, it just went straight up for 2 years. Right? This is insane. This has never happened before. I don't think in history in this short time span. So it only makes sense that there is an appropriately proportionate correction. Anyway, back to our day trading routine. So I was looking at let's see. So I picked up the win from down here at 750, took it to 3,000, or took it to the even major level. I took the sell down there, but it was too early. It was too early. The major level got popped. What ended up holding is the evidence. What, as shown by the evidence, is the resistance that was up here that was previously forged right around the front band of the 250. So the 175, if I had taken, that's why I only took the 250 and I didn't put a backup order. What I should have done was I should have front ran it and then taken the early shot. Okay, and that would have worked out beautifully, but that's not usually what I do. Although evidence definitely showed that that's what should have been done, especially with this tweezer formation right here. This tweezer formation, I remember, was the cause of a series of losers. I think I had a take profit at 250 that didn't reach, got hit, stopped out for break even, and I this sell limit never got hit, and it would have been a winner, right? This is just, it happens sometimes, but I hate when I see this. Just, it's like a different broker, at a different broker this might have worked, right? Just because the spread might be a little bit different. So it's like, this is just bad luck right here. So that's why not that upset about having no winners last week, because like I do know that this was statistically should have been in my favor. It just, I missed it because of the spread, and that happens sometimes. If the spread was just if I had done nothing different and the spread was like 5 points different, that would have been double winners, 2 winners instead of 0, and remove all of the losses in there that associated with that as well. It might have been as many as 2 or 3 losses replaced by 2 winners, and that would have turned my week around completely. I'd be back to, like, this balance would have been back to like 15.4k instead of 15 point under 2. So it's just a bad luck kind of situation for that. So I'm not that upset, but it does suck to have to climb back up the mountain again. But whatever. It's all in good practice for getting better at this. I did call this bullish divergence here, and then I think we've run out of steam now. I called it here, got picked up on 1 win, but took a loss because I tried to take a shot at hitting it back down. That was too early. This was the right way to do it. Let's see. What am I looking for now? Well, it's in a range again. So we were playing the range from the 250, 33,250 and the 32,675-ish, right? Maybe the 625, right around this here. This is our range. I'm not really interested in doing anything until it hits the top or bottom of our range, because there's no real trend right now. It's just messy. Right now, in a larger time frame, on the very large time frame, the largest time frame with the monthly charts, we know we're smack in the middle of a consolidation. The market doesn't. There's like a stalemate almost of sellers and buyers, and buyers are desperate for any excuse to push the market up, and but the overall weight of the stimulus packages and all that, all the fundamental macroeconomic data, jobs, credit card default data, etc. All that stuff is hanging heavily on the market, despite the buyers' attempts to push it back up and make the market rally again. 4 hour divergence, bullish divergence on the Dow is kind of encouraging, but it couldn't make new highs afterwards. And not only that, it made a new high on the RSI, but the price didn't make a new high. So there's a lot of pressure around here, around the 250 area, to keep the prices going down. As you can see, there's like a invisible ceiling almost. So I want to keep this here. I might actually take it. This is an aggressive shot, and I'm only doing this because it's kind of early in the week. And it was already tested, but taking a shot at the 175. Whoops, wrong lot size. So this is the trade that would have worked today, and if we approach this top of the range again, I want to see it work again. It would have worked twice already. A third time is a little bit asking for a lot and hoping for a little bit too much, but I'm taking a shot, and I have the backup at the 250. So I'm relying on the strength of this resistance to hold. On the bottom side, so right now we are seeing a steady. Well, we already saw a steady higher lows, but it's not followed by higher highs. So that makes me question how much strength does this rise in momentum really have. You have increasing RSI, but that's just an oscillator. Of course, it's going to trend upwards like that, but it's not having an effect on price the way that a strong bullish trend should. So I'm not looking for any longs right now until I get back down to this area. I suspect what's going to happen is more of the same pattern is going to happen, where you make newer lows and then you try to make you catch some buyers, try to make a small rally, but then you break through, and we're just going to see lower lows for the next month or so. That's my guess.